Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all on the episode of Running With You. And tonight, we got to talk to the lovers out there. We got to talk to the people out there who just been trying and trying, and things just not looking up. But have no fear, man. The algorithm brought you here. You here for a reason, man. And we got to run it with the married couples tonight. We got to run it with the people who've been married for a while. We got to run into the people who are newlyweds. We got to run it for the people who've been married, maybe just a few years, but y'all having y'all first string of problems. And I'm gonna give y'all 5 steps on how to fix y'all's marriage. So go ahead on and kick back and listen up, man. It's a reason why you're here. So go ahead on and take this as a sign and try to apply some of these. Like, don't just listen to it, actually try to apply it to fix y'all marriage. Because one thing I'm gonna be about is family dynamics, and keeping a family together. That's one of the best things that you could do for yourselves and for your kids. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. The first step that I think that y'all need to do to fix y'all marriage, and I'm talking to men and I'm talking to women. I think you need to do what you did in the beginning. Whatever you did in the beginning to sweep that woman off her feet, whatever you did in the beginning to make that man just, go crazy over you, you need to get back to doing that shit. Men, in the beginning, if y'all was a romantic type of guy, get back to that romantic side of you. You know, take her out on a night on the town, get her some flowers, get her some chocolate. Women, if y'all got that man by making him sandwiches for just after sex, making him sandwiches for work, cooking for him, being feminine, wearing certain sexy things, keeping yourself, upkept, as far as looking good. Because one thing about men, we are very visual creatures. So we want to see our wives looking good. And I know once you didn't got the ring, once you didn't got the man, sometimes you could just be saying, oh, well, I ain't got to do that no more. I already got him. Nah, man, don't slack up. Keep doing what you did in the beginning to get him. You know, you was you was probably putting makeup on and all this and all that before he wake up. Like, keep that up. Like, whatever motivated you to make this man see you at your best, keep it up. Men, like I said, man, if y'all was, going all out, I ain't saying you gotta break the bank, but go ahead on and treat your woman. If she been working, go ahead on and get her a little massage day. Do what you did to grab her attention and be courteous and be, romantic, like how you was in the beginning to get that spark back, you know. Bam. The next thing I think that y'all need to do as far as my little 5 steps, I think you need to be spontaneous. And when I say spontaneous, that could cover a multitude of things. Be spontaneous when it comes to sex. Y'all might be out in public shopping at the grocery store. Hey, go ahead on in that dressing room and go ahead on and just have some fun. Men, if y'all got y'all woman and she been working and it's a day where she got the night off, go ahead on and get a babysitter for the kids. Go ahead on and do a reservation to her favorite spot that she like to eat at and say, you know what, we going out to go eat tonight. Go ahead on and put on this dress. I got you a little dress. I think you'll like it. You should know her size and just go ahead on and take her out to eat. Be spontaneous. One thing about marriage, it could kind of get predictable and it could kind of get boring. One thing about women, they like to be stimulated. They like to be, excited for something. They like to be surprised. Men, we kind of more so want a routine. Men like to marry a woman and they want that woman to stay the same. Women like to marry a man and he want that man to just, stay the same in certain cases, but in other cases, he elevate. And I think when it comes to being spontaneous, you don't want to just be too predictable to where things just getting dull. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep your woman mind stimulated. You want to keep her on her toes, and you want it to be a day where she don't know what could happen. Now I ain't saying every day got to be some type of surprise, but for the most part, you want to just do little nice gestures. You want to do little surprises, stuff, there's you think stuff that you think she'll like, and at the same time you want to like book reservations to her favorite spots around town where she like to eat, and she could go, you know, have a nice time and be sexy and have just a good time. But you just gotta make sure it's a night where the kids got a babysitter. She ain't really got no plans, and a backup plan if, let's just say, she don't want to go out that night, or she got something to do and y'all can't really just uh y'all ain't gonna have enough time to go eat. Okay, well, have a secondary option and go do a picnic. Go do a picnic in the backyard. Now, this for my people who've been married a long time. Y'all got y'all a house and all that situated. Go ahead on and do that. The next thing, y'all need to spice up that sex life. Sometimes when it comes to marriage, things could get dull. Things could get, you know, the same positions. You want to take a deep dive in Kama Sutra books. You probably find a position that you like. She probably found a position that she like. It could get her off. It could get you off. And you never know, man. It's a lot of different positions that we could do with the body. It's a lot of flexibility we could do with the body. You want to incorporate that. It's a lot of research on this internet that we got. It's a lot of different things we could do as far as sex. And I also mentioned on my last video, you might want to bring in toys into play. Some men are against that, but sometimes you gotta switch things up and make sure your partner get pleased. Because one thing about a marriage, you don't want your marriage being a sexless marriage. If y'all been married and y'all ain't been having sex in over a month, especially y'all sleeping in the same bed together, that's a problem. Because I'm a strong believer, if they not giving it to you, they giving it to somebody else. So you got two options. You might want to talk about divorce, or you might want to talk about an open marriage, or you might want to go ahead on and spice things up. So that's three options. So I think you should spice things up. Now, some people, they could do an open marriage, don't ask, don't tell. I get a hard pass on these certain days. Like, you got to be able to communicate with your partner. And I think that you got to make sure your lady get off. Like a lot of men, I know you probably working these hours at the job, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure your lady get off just like how you getting off too. So I think that, you want to try to implement toys. You probably want to implement a threesome. Maybe a threesome could come, only for vacations or something like that. Only when you take on a trip or something like that, or maybe for a year, every 3 months. It just depends. Now, if she ain't trying to do none of that, none of those things I talked about, well, I don't know. You probably just gonna have to get in weight fit. And I don't know. Or I ain't gonna say resort to porn. I ain't gonna say cheat. Something gotta give. But yeah, man, I definitely think you can, spice things up by, trying to do things, out and about while y'all, doing errands, or maybe at the workplace. If you got an office and y'all could do y'all the thing and get away with it. And man, look, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get that dopamine running. You know what I'm saying? You gotta spice things up to get that adrenaline going, feel like a kid again. You remember how y'all probably was when y'all was 20 years old, but now y'all been married for 20 years. Like that same little from the side position in the morning, and like, come on, man, you got to spice things up. It's too much knowledge out here on this internet. All right, next thing, I think this a big thing. You gotta compromise. You got to compromise, bro. If she do something that is bothering you, talk to her. If he do something that's bothering you, talk to him, and stop doing things that could trigger somebody. For example, if your girl know that if you know your girl don't approve of you smoking in the house and she can't stand it, just smoke in the car, just smoke on the porch, just smoke in the backyard, smoke while she gone. Spend time with your girl. If she think you want to game too much, go ahead on and play the game when she's at work. Play the game while she's asleep. Compromise. If he think that you just doom scroll too much, stop being on the phone doom scrolling. You know. And as far as communication go, stop cutting each other off. You know what you're doing that's triggering that person. You know what you're doing that's not right. Stop doing it. That's not that is not productive to a healthy marriage. That is not productive to a healthy relationship. You know, for y'all married people who just been married for a few years or y'all newlyweds, if y'all running into this type of problem, you probably gonna have to go to my next step, and y'all probably gonna have to take a little bit more seriousness, because when this stuff happens with newlyweds, that's almost like a recipe for disaster. And the last step, I say, might want to seek therapy. You might want to seek counseling. I know it used to be a taboo thing with the Black community. You feel like you ain't got to go talk to no shrink. You feel like, if you go talk to a lady, she going to be on the lady side. You talk to a man, he going to be on the man's side, man. I say, give it a try. What else you got to lose but your marriage? Like, this supposed to be the love of your life. You gotta exhort all options. And if you don't want to talk to a shrink or a therapist, next best thing, talk to other couples. Talk to other people that have been married for 20 plus years. Ask them what they do. Not everything ain't gonna work for everybody. What works in this household might not work for yours, but you might come right into that couple that, okay, they could tell you what worked for them, and it probably could be something that up y'all alley and align with y'all. So, like I say, man, I think that's my 5 reasons. I mean, that's my 5 fixes. Do what you did in the beginning to attract them and get them. Be spontaneous, be unpredictable, spice things up as far as the sex life, as far as the bedroom go. Like if y'all shopping out, goddamn Target, and they got them dressing rooms, man, go ahead on and pop that door open and act like y'all trying on clothes, but at the same time y'all trying something else. Like, if you know what I'm saying, if you know what I mean, like, go ahead on and try something new. That's another thing. It's my last thing. Try something new. For example, if you in your 40s, you might like a jazz club. Try a jazz club. You feel me? You might like pottery. Go try a pottery class. Go try painting sip. Go try kayaking. Go do some exciting and exhilarating. Go book a helicopter tour. If it's your anniversary, they'll give you a complimentary bottle of champagne. Go book a skydiving activity. Like, try something you never did. Get out your comfort zone. You feel me? Get out your comfort zone. And on top of that, sometimes men, we need a man cave. If you got a house and you able to have you an extra room for a man cave, get that man cave. Or if you got like a little patio out in the backyard, build your man cave. Like some dudes do it, and that stuff helps because it's your safe space. And on the top of that, I think both of y'all need y'all own hobbies. Like, it's cool to y'all have y'all stuff together with one another, but y'all need y'all own things too. Like, she might want you to watch her show with her. You know how them women be. Come on, let's watch Beauty in Black. Like, yeah, y'all can watch y'all show, have y'all show together. But at the same time, have y'all own things that y'all do. And that way it'll give y'all time to miss each other. So that's all my little things I think that could fix a marriage. Like, if I left something out, go ahead on and feel free to put it down in the comment section. If you're married right now and y'all running through a string of problems, feel free to let it be known in the comment section. Maybe somebody else in the comment section had a similar issue and they got it fixed. Like, this is a community here. I want everybody to feel free and be vulnerable and tell me your story. And if I forgot anything, or if I left something out that y'all think that could be of value, put it down in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you're waiting on. Until next time, I'm out.